The sun was salmon and hazy in the west. After Dodong had unhitched the carabao from the plow and led it to its shed and fed it, Dodong thought that he would tell his father that he would marry Thea. A thought came to him that his father might refuse to consider it. Dodong started homeward, thinking how he would break his news to his father that he wanted to marry Thea. He was 17. He had pimples on his face. The down on his upper lip was already dark. This meant he was no longer a boy. In the cool sundown, he thought wild dreams of himself and Taeyang, his girl. She had a small brown face and small black eyes and straight glossy hair. How desirable she was to him. She made him dream even during the day. Before going home, Dodong marched obliquely to a creek. Then he went into the water, wet his body over, and rubbed at it vigorously. He was not long in bathing, and then he marched homeward again. The bath made him feel cool. It was dusk when he reached home. The petroleum lamp on the ceiling was already lighted, and the low and varnished square table was set for supper. His parents and he sat down around the table to eat. After dinner, while his mother was out for the dishes, Dodong said to his father, "I am going to marry Taeyang. I asked her last night to marry me, and she said yes. I want your permission. I want it." His father looked at him silently and kept looking at him without uttering anything. "Must you marry Dodong? You are very young, Dodong," his father said. I want to marry Taeyang. Taeyang's a good girl." "Tell your mother," his father said. "You tell her, Tatay," Dodong said. "All right, son, if that is your wish, of course, you can marry Taeyang." 9 months later, Taeyang was giving birth in the house. She gave screams that chilled his blood. He did not want her to scream like that. He seemed to be rebuking him. He began to wonder madly if the process of childbirth was really painful. Some women, when they gave birth, did not cry. In a few moments, he would be a father. Dodong heard his mother calling him to come up to the house. Suddenly, he felt terribly embarrassed as he looked at her. Somehow, he was ashamed to his mother of his youthful paternity. It made him feel guilty, as if he had taken something not properly his. He dropped his eyes and pretended to dust dirt off his Gundiman shorts. Dodong and his wife Taeyang had a son named Blas. Blas was not Dodong's only child. Many more children came. For 6 successive years, a new child came along. Dodong did not want any more children, but they came. It seemed the coming of children could not be helped. Taeyang did not complain. However, she was shapeless and thin now, for bearing many children and from the hard work of caring for them in the household. Even though she loves Dodong, she cried sometimes, wishing she had not married. She did not tell Dodong this, not wishing him to dislike her. Yet she wished she had not married, not even Dodong, whom she loved. There has been another suitor, Lucio, older than Dodong by 9 years, and that was why she had chosen Dodong. Lucio had married another after her marriage to Dodong, but he was childless until now. She wondered if she had married Lucio, would she have borne him children? Maybe not either. That was a better lot. But she loved Dodong, Dodong whom life had made ugly. One night, Dodong rose from the bed and went out of the house. He stood in the moonlight, tired and querulous. He wanted to ask questions and somebody to answer him. He wanted to be wise about many things. One of them was why life did not fulfill all of youth's dreams. Why it must be so. Why one was forsaken after love. Dodong would not find the answer. Maybe the question was not to be answered. When Blas was 18, he came home one night very flustered and happy. Blas said to his father, "I am going to marry Tona. She accepted me tonight." Dodong rose from his mat and told Blas to follow him. They descended to the yard, where everything was still and quiet. The moonlight was cold and white. He did not want Blas to marry yet. Blas was very young. The life that would follow marriage would be hard. But Blas was persistent. "I will marry Tona," he said. Dodong kept silent and hurt. "Do you have objections, Itay?" Blas asked acridly. "Son, none," Dodong said. Dodong was helpless. He could not say no to his son. He could not do anything. Youth must triumph now. Love must triumph now. Afterwards, it will be life. As long ago, youth and love did triumph for Dodong, and then life. Dodong looked wistfully at his young son in the moonlight. He felt extremely sad and sorry for him.